Lazarick Homestead. Real people. Real living.
Hey everybody, it's Lee from Lazarick Homestead, and I just got finished my last video where I was freezing some soup that I made. I love the soup so much. I made last night that I used up the rest of my ingredients and made it again this morning just so that I could freeze it in my super containers, my silicone super containers. So that's done, but I am going to take you along while I make this is a boneless pork butt. It is 3 pounds, 3.48 pounds. I vac sealed it the other day when I bought it. It was on sale, so I'm like, you know what? Let's take it out of the freezer, and we are going to cook this up. And it's going to be for dinner tomorrow. So I figured I'd have you come along while we season it for the refrigerator and get it all seasoned up. And that way I can have it for tomorrow if it's thawed out in the middle. It should. I've had it in cold water all morning. So let's get to it. All right, so this is a little frozen still. And I don't have any particular recipe for this. I hardly ever make this, to be honest. So we are going to just sprinkle it with adobo. This expired in June of 24, but it was not opened. So we're just going to sprinkle. Really don't know how to make these. I just season it with whatever, honestly. Okay. Then we're going to take a packet of Sazón from Goya. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stab it. It's still pretty frozen in the middle. Stab what I can, and I'll just finish thawing it in the fridge. Gonna sprinkle some Sazón. I don't need to do a whole lot because I'm going to put more on in a minute, because I'm going to sprinkle it with a mustard. Just make sure I get into all the parts. All right. Then we're going to take some yellow mustard. Just a light coating. It doesn't really do anything to your meat anyway. You don't end up tasting mustard. I'm just getting all the sides of it. All right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to season it some more. Get inside there too. Rub it in there. Do the other side. You can see I didn't get on the inside here. Gotta get into all those nooks and crannies. Trying to just keep one hand free. Alright. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a Ziploc bag because I don't want to stain my bowl. Alright, so we're just going to seal this bag. Get as much air as you can out of it. And I'm going to put it in the fridge until tomorrow, and then I'll put it on. This will take several hours, so I'm going to figure out how I'm going to cook it. In the oven or in the crock pot, air fryer, I'm not sure yet. But it's going to go in the fridge to marinate overnight so that the rest of this will thaw out because it's pretty frozen still. So stay tuned. Alright, so I'm setting my oven to 350. I have this rack from my Instant Pot because I don't have any racks that fit in any of my roasting pans. None of them. So we're just going to lay that on top of that. And we're going to roast this pork butt at 350 for a couple hours and see where we are after that. So I'm going to get this in the oven and we'll be back. Alright. So we are going to temp this to see what it is in the middle. It's about 175. 174. 180. We want it about 185. It's still about 167 in here. So it's going to go back in. It's been in there for about 3.5 hours. We're going to put it back in. And I am going to make some rice pilaf that I jarred up, vac sealed in 2021. This is 2 boxes that I did, so we're going to double the recipe. That way this is ready when that is ready. Alright, so we're just going to get the water boiling with some oil in it. Get it on high. Alright, it is now boiling, so we are going to stir in the rice and the seasoning packet, and we're going to get it to return to a boil. Alright. And then we're going to move it down to low and let it cook for 25 minutes. Alright, we're going to get it down to low. I usually cover it with tin foil. That way, it's got a nice tight seal. Make sure it's on the burner. And we will be back in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Alright, I got 5 more minutes, but I'm going to try, let's see, 188, 189, 180, 178, 76. Some parts are harder than the others. $180. Alright, I'm going to shove it in there for another 5 minutes and see what that gives us. Okay. So we are going to see how the rice is. Smells just divine. I tell you, I love this pot I got at this yard sale. Alright, we're going to let that sit. We're going to check on the roast. Just say I'm getting a little tired. It is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody's doing their own thing. Chris has been napping. I just started the fireplace because I was having chills. Now I'm sweating. Oh, I don't even have this in the meat. Alright, we'll get to the middle of the meat. 186, 189, 190. So we're just going to let this rest. Yeah, because it's pretty high now. We're going to let this rest. I flipped over the roast because I wanted to get the other side cooked. So we'll flip it back over. I don't know if you can see that. Can't see it. One moment. Alright, we are going to flip this roasto back over. I'm going to let that rest. And to be honest, I'm not really that hungry. I just wanted to cook this because when I took it out to thaw, it was planned for tonight's dinner. So, just trying to get some of this liquid on there. Really wasn't much drippings. But it did get a little hard, which is what you want. So we're going to let that just sit. And we will be back. Alright, guys. It's been resting. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that coming off there. Juicy, tender. Still pretty hot inside. But we're gonna just get it broken up. Oh, does this smell delicious? Juicy. Look at that. Just heaven. delicious. So everybody's really not hungry. So we're going to just let this rest, and I'm going to put it in some containers. And there's the rice. And we'll have this when we're hungry.